All right, hello everyone. We're here with part 2 to the first message, whatever that might be titled. Okay, it said size limit reached and created a new video, and so I went on talking for another 4 or 5 minutes. I went on getting really deep into this Five of Swords here, and then it cut off the video. So that whole process that I went through, it was a little, it was hard to get to the bottom of it. So I mean, maybe I just didn't need that. Maybe that wasn't necessary to have in the video. So now that I've gotten down to the bottom of this, okay, I had said right at the end, though, that we have the Knight of Wands, the Page of Wands, the Empress and the Emperor, and the Four of Wands, okay? This new journey that is being embarked upon, okay, is to do with unity, okay? The unity of the divine masculine and the divine feminine within the self starting point, outside of the self, but not necessarily with a partner. This is within the divine masculine and the divine feminine of everyone, okay? Which means as well, I'm just going to add this in, I mean, which means as well that you will be calling in those that are meant to be in your life because your divine masculine and divine feminine are going to be aligned, okay? That's besides my point here, though. There's a unity of the self, and there's a lot of passion in this. There's a lot of ambition. There's a lot of drive. There's a lot of excitement towards embarking upon this journey, taking this step, okay? Taking this step to break through limitations and restrictions that have been placed upon us throughout our lives and that which we have played into throughout our lives, okay? This Five of Swords is what threatens to, I put the Empress back in, but what threatens the unity of the Empress and the Emperor, okay? And that is, again, within the self, starting, most importantly, okay? But what threatens it is the ego. What threatens it is, what I got down to was this green that is shrouding the red. This Five of Swords, okay? This is this green, we're going to say, is false love, all right? The ego is made to protect us, okay? It is in place to protect us, but the thing is it serves its purpose, it serves past its purpose quite often, okay? The ego is very unconscious. This is very primalistic, or the primal, animalistic, unconscious aspects, characteristics of the self, okay? This false love is what shrouds the true intention of the Five of Swords. The Five of Swords, the ego says, you're doing this for love. You're doing this for love of the self. You're doing this, I'm doing this out of love for you, says the ego. I'm doing this because I'm here to protect you. But this is false love. This isn't unconditional love. This is love of conditions. Okay, the ego is battle. The ego is will make others cry and will make others walk away, okay? All to gain an upper position, an upper hand, all to win, whatever that might mean, okay? But then, and he's left with what? Winning what? Winning what? Okay, we look at this, he's holding 3 swords, but I'm going to do this separately. This is the Ace of Swords in the reverse, and this is the Two of Swords. I've never seen this until, I wish you could have seen, actually, the process that I went through, okay, to get to the bottom of what this Five of Swords is trying to express to the collective here about this particular energy of the empowerment of the solar plexus, the empowerment of the true self, the inner self. Again, I don't really resonate with that inner self, or true self, false self kind of label. But, okay, the ego here says, I'm doing this out of love, but what it's truly doing it out of is this red underneath, okay? Is doing it out of anger, is doing it out of passion, misplaced passion, is doing it out of those primal and animalistic characteristics and sides of the self, those unconscious woundings here, okay? That the ego protects. The ego protects the sad child, okay? The ego comes in, these unconscious woundings and these unconscious, it's this instinct. It's this instinct that comes through when the inner child feels unsafe and when the inner teenager feels angry. When the inner teenager wants justice, right? Okay? That is what the Five of Swords actually does, and it's willing. This ego is willing to hurt others. It's willing to force others to walk away from them so that they may, quote unquote, win, have others put down their truths in order to feel victorious. But victorious over what? What is this person winning? What are you winning? This person is alone. This person has isolated themselves. Okay? And it is because of the Two of Swords here. The Two of Swords is all about stalemate and denial. Okay? It's about shrouding the truth. Okay? The Two of Swords here, it's like it's the ego. The ego holds on to this stalemate. The stalemate is not where growth comes from. Unconditional love causes growth. It causes opportunity. It causes expansion, right? Expansion of the true self, expansion of the heart. Now, this false love comes with this Two of Swords. It comes with a stalemate. It comes with you being stuck. It comes with we are at an impasse and we cannot go further because we do not agree. And this ego is not willing to compromise. Okay, this ego is not willing to move into a new perspective in order to save any sort of connection. Because it wants to win at all costs. It says, I'm doing this for love of the self. But I'm doing this is the truth of myself. But it's not the truth of the self here. Okay, we have the Ace of Swords in the reverse. It's a lying to the self. Okay, it's the underworld. It's all of the limitations and the restrictions that cause us shame and guilt. We use those instincts to lie to ourselves as a form of protection. It's not protecting the self. It's not out of true love of the self. It's out of false love. It's out of a false construct of love. What we have been conditioned to believe is love. But love is not fighting. Love is not war. Okay, you can go to war. War never brings peace. It never brings harmony. It never brings love. We can fight all we want. But all it's going to end us is with broken connections and hurt people, causing those to walk away from us because they put down their truth, they put down their sword, they say, you're not going to see it from my side, so I'm going to walk away. Okay, this is what threatens the divine union of the masculine and the feminine. This is what threatens, okay, the the integration of the conscious and the unconscious, the shadow and the light of the self, okay? This is what threatens connection with others, the divine masculine and feminine as partnerships, as friendships, as familial ships. Okay? The Five of Swords is what tells us I'm doing this to protect myself, but protecting yourself from what? From love? From harmony? From unity with everyone and everything? Okay, there is an opportunity here. The Lover's card. There is an opportunity here to embrace love, to choose unity. Okay? These are very opposites. I mean, one is major arcana, one is minor arcana, and I mean, that's the importance level as well. This is not important, but we place it as important because that ego shrouds itself as, in false love. Okay? It's an illusion of love. It's an illusion of protection. But it's false because it hurts others and it separates us from the other. It's a me against the world. Excuse me, burp for confirmation. Okay. Okay. I'm seeing this as the separation. There's an obstacle to overcome here, and this obstacle is the ego. And for, this is, for those of you that have broken through, that have empowered the self, this is something that is continuous, okay? This is something we must do throughout our lives. The ego is, again, it's instinct. It's things that have been conditioned and programmed within us to protect ourselves, okay? But these are things that must be healed. This is wounding that needs to be healed in order to connect with the other, in order to come into unity with love, okay? With compassion, with truth. All right, forgiveness. Okay, I'm seeing this here as the Judgment card, I'm seeing this angel here as the Judgment. Okay, and the Judgment is all about forgiveness. It's all about the realization of the truth of unconditional love. Okay? It's vindication for that which is of love and harmony. Okay? And the obstacle that must be overcome is these primal and animalistic instincts that cause us to fight with others. Okay? That causes us to lie to ourselves and deny aspects of ourself. This isn't just forgiveness of other, though. This is forgiveness of the self. Okay? We have the Eight of Swords underneath. There's an opportunity here with the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is of change. It's of destiny. It's of fate. It's of luck. Okay? This is grand opportunity. In the physical, someone or whoever's resonating with this video here, there's an opportunity here. A grand opportunity. A timely opportunity as well. To overcome the obstacle of false love, to overcome the obstacles, the restrictions, the limitations which you have placed upon yourself. As I said, this underworld energy, I think I said that in part 1, this underworld energy is very Eight of Swords. It's shame, it's guilt. I am ashamed of this and I am guilty for this. Okay, it's these parts of ourself that cause us to make ourselves feel trapped in a box. Okay, it's the cage of the mind. This casting, part of this casting is of the mind, this is the part of the mind that plays into the casting, the limitation, the conditioning, the programming that has been placed upon us by the external world, by society, by our systems, by family, okay? There's a grand opportunity here to break through the limitations of the ego, of the unconscious, to bring to the conscious what is unconscious. And if you have stepped into this role, of your purpose, of leadership, okay? Or if you are a man, divine masculine, or if you resonate with divine masculine, even if you are not a man, if you resonate with the divine masculine as your true self, you have this, if you have stepped into this divine masculinity or this leadership role, and then this is something that you continue to have to do to break yourself out of this mental prison, of this conditioning, of this shame, of this guilt, of this I have to, okay? These necessities that the ego places upon us. You have to what and why? You know, ask yourself that. You have to what and why? What are you protecting yourself from? And in that, what are you winning? This isn't victory. This is isolation. This is isolation of the self. Continued action through the unconscious, through primal and animalistic characteristics and modalities and woundings is only going to cause you further isolation. Okay, and this is what you have an opportunity, this collective here, whoever's resonating with this video, you're being faced with a grand opportunity to break through the illusion of false love, to break through the illusion of shame, of guilt, of temptation, of achievement and status, of anger, of primal instinct, of appearances, of wealth, of money, of home, of sex, of drugs, of partying, etc., etc. Okay, you have an opportunity to focus on that which is truly important, and that is the truth of the self. Okay, that is the heart. That is love. This is love. There's an opportunity for unity with the self and with the other. That being those outside of you. For some of you, a particular person. That's not going to be for everyone, though. Okay? Woo! Okay, we're gonna grab a Rainbow Warrior activation card. Okay. Spirit, what do you have for the collective? Here we go. Number 16 and number 27. You know, I've never got this one before. I have never had this one. Okay, so let's go into it. Number 16. Explorer. Okay, that Page of Wands energy. Explorer. Investigation. Expansion. Frivolity. Lightheartedness. Courage. Travel. comparison, trust. At some point during the course of a cycle, exploration of new options is valuable or necessary. Albeit sometimes it's frivolous. Frustration in the face of a stalemate can promote the need to try new things. There's that rubbing, right? That rubbing. This is conflict. And it's conflict that stems from inside the self. It's fighting in the external. It's that fighting the external and being in denial and pushing and shoving because there's an internal conflict. It's not knowing the true nature of the self. It's because the primal instincts are coming out and you're fighting with those primal instincts, right? Frustration in the face of a stalemate can promote the need to try new things, especially when the old ones have outlived their usefulness. Okay, you cannot continue in the way that you have been. Okay, enough is enough. And that is what your soul is telling you, or has told you, and this is why you have embodied the self. Okay, again, I'm talking to two different, there's different, people are at different points of this process here. It's just a continued process. Breaking out of this is a continued process, whether you have stepped into leadership, whether you have stepped into your divine role or not, whether you have embraced your purpose or not. This is something that is continuous throughout the life, okay? It's human. It's human, okay? The mind, that consciousness, it's human. Practicing new belief systems that create greater opportunity, but may require stronger discipline. This is discipline here. You're being called to action through discipline of the self. Grand discipline. This is like discipline that, it's just moving through discipline. This is discipline on top of discipline. This is someone that moves in a disciplined modality. This is how someone lives their life here, or this is how you will live your life, okay? That divine masculine inside of yourself, when you step into it, or continue to step into it, it will be a movement through discipline and self-control, but not self-control in a way to please others, self-control in a way to make sure that you are moving in your highest good, that you are expanding through your best self, right? And manifesting through your highest potential. Okay. Detachment. Practicing new belief systems that create greater opportunity, but may require stronger discipline, is truly an art form. Detachment, or becoming present to the wonders of every moment, is the greatest gift to the explorer. Okay. Detachment. Stoicism. We have that King of Cups as well. This is detachment. This is emotional detachment. This is stop worrying so much. With the Five of Swords, the Eight of Swords, stop worrying so much about the emotions. Feel them, don't think them, silly goose. This is the time to let go of the tight hold you have on the current situation. In thought, or in deed. Okay? There are inherent elements to this process. Maintain trust to stay committed to your agreements. Identify purpose to investigate new options. And seek inspiration to endure until the cycle is completed. How can you expand your horizons while staying dedicated to your current goals? Good questions to ask the self. Number 27, the heart chakra. Unconditional love here, okay? Compassion, love, fullness, emptiness, generosity, eternity, adoration, okay? For some of you, there is a connection here. For some of you, that's not for everyone. Okay, take what resonates. The heart is the crossroads between our human body and the Creator. The first organ to manifest in a human embryo is the heart, from which the tongue grows. What? I didn't know that. I don't like that. But okay. How I said that the embodiment of the inner self, the ability to step into the embodiment of the true self, the inner self, the purpose of the soul is through the expression of the solar plexus energy, of the truth, speaking your truth. The tongue grows from the heart. Wow. Okay. Every word we speak or kiss we give is an expression of our divine power in the physical world. And it is wise to treat it as such. It is wise to treat it as divine. Okay? As an expression of our divinity. Expanding your view of the current experience or situation to a more heartful place can have a profound impact on the timing and expediency needed to transform what's inside or outside of you. Okay? Crying tears of truth releases what no longer suits you, creating a space for what is now needed. You are eternally adored, every part, always. You are held in love. The obstacle here is the false love, is the ego, is the primal and animalistic characteristics and instincts of the false self. Protection, defense mechanisms, overprotection of the inner child, okay? We're not children anymore. We're not teenagers anymore. At least I don't think I have any teenagers or children watching this. We're adults here. And as adults, there is a need to temper the inner child that is scared and the inner teenager that is angry and wants justice. Okay? And the way to do that is through accepting love and truth. Not fighting what the heart wants. Not fighting, okay? Not fighting the inner child and not fighting the inner teenager, but allowing yourself to express the truth will allow your inner child to feel safe and your inner teenager to feel just. Okay? Stop fighting is what this is. Stop fighting. Harmony, these are two opposite, very opposite energies. Not important. Important. Okay? It is important here to drop into the heart space. To accept the truth of the heart in order to express it outwardly, in order to expand your horizons, in order to step into your divine masculine energy, to move through, to take action through love, you must put the fight down. Okay? All right. So whether you were here for both parts or you were here for just part 2, that's okay. Thank you for joining. I am very appreciative of you providing your time and your energy. Thank you for tapping into this reading. I'm so glad that you have stopped by today. And I hope that this found everyone that it was meant for. I hope that it found you in a very open and receptive state. Okay, I hope that if anyone is feeling drawn to the way that I express my messages or interpret the cards, that you do reach out. I will have my email in my YouTube bio. I offer personal energetic readings for $35. Do not be afraid to reach out, okay? I am open to work with anyone. And, okay, you email me, we will put something together, we will set something up, all right? I am excited for whoever has resonated with this video. There is a lot of empowerment here. There is a lot of friction, okay? There is an uncomfortability, but this is all to embrace a new sense of self and to step into your divine role, your purpose as, your divine masculine's purpose, okay? In harmony with your true self, okay? I'm excited. I'm excited for you all. This is very beautiful energy. There is love and union with the self and outside of you, okay? For some of you, even with another person, this harmony can be achieved if, I'm scratching the Mount of Venus here, okay? There's something to do with love, harmony, connection, beauty, creation present here, okay? There is potential for something very beautiful, whatever that might be for you, inside the self, most importantly, okay? All right. Thank you guys so much for being here, and until next time, much love. Bye.